let's play with some air ride on a Mini. Air ride on a Mini. Not many people's cups of tea. I don't know if it's really mine really, but I do love a challenge. Love having to play about. I've seen a couple of people do air rides and a couple of people do kits and stuff, and I don't know, as always you think you can always do better. Whether I can or not is another question, and hopefully by the end of all these videos on how to do air ride or how I've done it, we'll find out. Yeah, I was looking around at different setups, and you know, you can buy a lot of custom stuff. It's all very expensive as well. There's mostly a reason why it's all expensive. But then I was eBaying a while ago, and I stumbled across some videos of a motorbike, Harley Davidson, that had air ride on it. And the big sort of air ride shocks that came with it looked damn close to a Mini. And I thought, worth having a go, I think. So I think a pair is 130 quid from China. And yeah, so that's what we've done. So we'll go have a look at it and see my plan. Obviously, I'm slightly worried about loads of things, but hey, let's just give it a go, can't we? So, excuse my workbench. Anybody else, if you just follow me for the first time because you've just seen this air ride. This is Mark 1 Mini that I'm doing, and we're just at the point of doing suspension, so it's quite a nice time to actually play about with air ride. Not going to try and put air ride on a Mark 1. We're going to hopefully put it on the Red Hot to start with. It might go on the pickup as the idea, but I might change my mind. So anyway, these are shocks from China that are supposed to go on a Harley Davidson. Here's a standard Mini shock absorber. This one's quite compressed at the moment. Look at that. Obviously you can't really fit, well, you could nearly just replace the damn things, but because these are slightly bigger diameter, you'll have to fit them on the front like I do with like you do with coilovers. So you make a new little mount that goes on the top arm, and a new shock mount for a bit more strength as well. But again, that's the idea. Only downside I've got main problems at the moment is this is a rear shock. You can see bottom's fine. Okay, the holes are different, but that's easy peasy sorting that sort of stuff out. Top ones go through the floor. So multiple options. We could just chop the top off and weld it onto the top there. That could be another option actually, just to keep things simpler. I'll just be careful because obviously there's fluid and gases in here, and I don't really want to get too much heat. Obviously these are welded before they're actually made. So the other option is I can make an adapter that goes through the floor and through the tunnel like this does, and then has a standard bolt mechanism on. But again, these are bigger. The rear ones, there really isn't much space on them, so that's what we're going to have a play about with first. I'm going to attempt to try and offset this. Whether these ever see the light of the road, who knows. I think it'd be good to at least just prove a point and see if the car actually works, goes up and down. I did a quick test, a real bodge test a while ago. It seemed to work. Again, cheap and cheerful. I don't know if anything's going to work, but let's have a play about. Let's just see what we can do. Don't quite know what I'm doing. As per normal, cut the push the bush out, cut that off. We're going to attempt to try and re-weld it. If we get a load of water on it, we'll weld it, and then hopefully the shock will survive. It might not either, but if I can at least prove stuff. We've obviously got to be careful of all the rubber. We'll mask it all up, trying to get. I didn't say it was a good idea, everyone. It was just an idea. And then what I'm going to do is hopefully weld this slightly offset, like they do on the coilovers, to then allow this to move. I'm still in two minds now whether to chop the top one off or not. I'm thinking about it seriously, because yeah, we could then convert the top back to that, you see. I think I might well do it. Proves a point, doesn't it? Okay, this is my idea so far. Offset the bottom mount, offset the top mount using a part of an old one. Maybe we'll redo this. This is just purely for jigging and actually just proving clearances really at the moment. Just will this size shock fit? Will it operate the right distance and the length? Obviously you could measure it all and do it like that, but I don't do any of that. So I've just tacked weld those on for now just to prove, so we can try and get a bit of air to it. And so I'll see what happens until we can think a bit more. Air ride test, main one 2 after my other bodge. Air ride test 2, 75 psi. See what happens. Poop, test failed. Air ride test 3. Right, adapters on the airline now. 75 psi. Seemed to work. Clearance still around the shock. I don't actually know how high that is though. That was at full stretch. Alright, so things work. That doesn't look that far down, but then I don't think it is actually too bad. Yeah, I think it is actually. The centre of the wheel is well below the sill line. I think if we'd had a wheel on there, we'd have a bit of clearance. Obviously the whole point of air ride is to try and get it low. You don't want to go too high, but yeah. So that seemed to work at the moment. I think we still need to play and work a few things out. But anyway, that's the end of this update, short update on how to build some air ride. Is it going to work? I don't know. I think it will work for the backs. I think these are big enough to work for the back. I'm just worried that they mostly won't take the weight at the front. But we'll see. Let's go have a beer and think about things.